News 5 at noon is being brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, serving Belize for 40 years.
Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday and you're tuned into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Isana Cayetano and here's what's making headlines today. Toddler dies en route to KHMH after medical emergency in San Pedro. Belize opens doors to global investors at 2025 summit in San Pedro. And 1798 revisited. What really won the Battle of St. George's Caye? These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
When I was a student, ICB was there to protect me, ensuring my education and future. When I got my first car, ICB was there to protect me, providing excellent coverage and peace of mind on the road. When we moved into our first apartment, ICB was there to protect us, securing our belongings and giving us a sense of security. And when we got our first house, ICB was there for us, protecting our home and everything we've worked so hard for.
At every step of your life's journey, ICB is there for you. For more information, call 224-5328 or visit our nearest branch.
Welcome back. There's a heartbreaking story out of San Pedro today. A 2-year-old boy lost his life while being rushed to Belize City for emergency medical care. Little Khalil Na had been feeling unwell since Saturday. His mother, Virgen Garcia, noticed signs of dehydration and took him to the island's polyclinic, where doctors administered a saline drip. She was told he was improving, but Virgen says her son wasn't responding to the treatment. On Wednesday afternoon, Khalil was discharged and put on a water taxi bound to the Coronation Memorial Hospital. But tragically, he didn't make it. He passed away just as the boat reached Caye Caulker. This morning, News 5 spoke with Virgen Garcia here in Belize City as she shared the painful details of her son's final moments.
I got in, they had to put his drips. My baby was dehydrated from the vomiting. And that's when they started pinching my baby over and over. Because I can't find any pain. They ended up doing a rectal for the drips. And right after one, when the drips finished, all they were doing were orals, giving him something to drink. Till the next day, the doctor passed the case to the next doctor. And then did he an x-ray, they do his blood test, everything came out good. But like how I tell the doctor one day, my baby no sleep like that. My baby no look correct, my baby got the eyes swell. And she replied to me that that's normal. It's normal make my baby sleep, but my baby never used to get up, no, not at all. He used to sweat cold, he body me cold, and she still told me that I'm normal.
Virgen, at what point did you guys decide to get him to Belize City? Was he discharged? Explain that part to me.
They discharged me to Belize as to come see one pediatrician for emergency, but she told me my baby be good. She was just sending me in an emergency pediatrician visit for a second opinion. In no point in time she tell me, your picnic, I don't know, maybe he's in danger. She even told me he's getting better. But my son wasn't getting better. My son wasn't responding right. So she told me, you have to get the boat and go to Belize right now. It's okay, I have no option. So I grabbed my baby. I remember I can borrow money from my mom. And I went on plane. I can check Tropic. But Tropic next flight I'm till 5. So I tell my boy, best thing we grab the boat. I want to reach Belize as soon as possible. My baby never make it.
San Pedro is alive with activity this week as Belize rolls out the red carpet for investors from around the globe. The 2025 Belize Investment Summit is officially underway, bringing together government leaders, industry experts, and international partners for 3 days of high-level talks and bold ideas. Under the theme Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, the summit is all about unlocking Belize's potential, from agricultural technology and renewable energy to tourism and the blue economy. It's a strategic push to position the country as a top-tier destination for sustainable development.
So as Belize enters a pivotal phase in its investment journey, the Belize Investment Summit continues to evolve as a national platform for catalyzing investment-led growth and policy alignment. In this briefing, I reflect on the origin, progress, strategic direction of the BIS as an institution in its own right. This short segment aims to provide a brief outline of how the Belize Investment Summit moved from concept to impact, shaping investment promotion efforts, informing reforms, and fostering new partnerships between the public and private sectors. With a focus on continuity, the highlights are the key results of the past summits in 2021 and 2023. And what I am pleased to underscore here is how this year's edition builds on that legacy to tackle emerging priorities, such as the critical need for innovation, which entails doing things differently, sustainability, and regional integration.
And with Prime Minister John Briceño leading the charge, the signal from Belize is unmistakable. We are open for business.
I also want to extend thanks to the Inter-American Development Bank for its enduring partnership with Belize, which we will strengthen today through the important signings that focus on employability and inclusive growth. More important, I want to warmly greet our investors, development partners, diaspora members, small business owners, policymakers, and all who have joined us here today. My friends, in 2020, Belize carried one of the heaviest debt burdens in the world, 133% of GDP. Our economy had contracted, and the pandemic deepened the strain on jobs, businesses, and public finances. Yet, amid this crisis, Belize chose a bold path. In 2021, while the world remained closed off, Belize declared itself open for business.
It's one of the most defining moments in Belizean history, the Battle of St. George's Caye back in 1798, a clash between British settlers and Spanish forces that didn't just end in victory, it helped carve out Belize's unique identity as the only English-speaking nation in Central America. As the country gears up to celebrate this historic win on September 10th, we're taking a closer look at what really tipped the scales in Belize's favor. And we're not just talking textbooks. Angel Cala, a history lecturer at the University of Belize, has been digging deep into Spanish archives that shed new light on the battle. In this week's edition of Belize Unreal, we dive into those fascinating findings. Here's your first look at the story that connects our past to the pride we carry today.
The version that we are familiar with in Belize, the version from the, let's call it the British point of view, from the version that comes out of the Spanish archival material is not fundamentally different. They're basically the same. There are a couple of things, though, to be noted. One is the dramatic manner in which O'Neill did not get the support from key persons who was supposed to provide him with the support. That's one thing that comes out very, very strongly. The second thing was that it took too long for O'Neill to travel from Campeche around the peninsula to Bacalar. It took almost 3 months, and that gave the British enough time to get ready. The third, and perhaps one of the, well, there are two more. The third thing is that it is amazing that the Spaniards were intent, this time, in not only invading and defeating the British troops that were there, but also in possibly occupying Belize.
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.
News 5 at noon was brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, serving Belize for 40 years.
In the face of tragedy, you depend on accurate and timely information. In times of triumph, you seek to be inspired. You demand transparency and accountability. Your desire is to know and to understand, to be heard and seen. I take pride in telling stories that safeguard communities. Your dedication and success live on through these reports. Getting to the truth is my duty. My unwavering commitment is to tell the stories that matter the most to you. I am News 5.